Welcome back to the most listened to program. It is time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, to retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, Moore County. Good morning, disgraced, what's the Providence of the Pines call Aberdeen now? I can't remember. I forgot. Unfortunate, that's right. Unfortunate Aberdeen, as the pilot, Providence of the Pines, likes to refer to you. Hey, early voting starts, so you need to get out there. Hey, you Whispering Pines people, Andy Conway's good candidate. Pam Harris is a good candidate. I would pass on by the tired, disgruntled former sheriff, Godfrey. He doesn't need a vote. He just doesn't need a vote. Hey, it's a little cool out there, so you Democrat, socialist, communists need to get out your Chinese quilted communist coats and head on out. We don't want you to get cold. Sorry.
You see that ugly shower curtain lowlight that Hillary ripped off from a Motel 6 that she was wearing the other day?
Yes, emulate your hero there, Hillary, and put on your Chinese clothes and walk around.
This literally look like a shower curtain in the shape of a dress.
A muumuu, yeah.
Muumuu, yeah.
There you go.
It was.
Yeah, show your true colors. Don't lie to everybody. Don't try to hide. Show us you're a communist. Put your clothes on and wear them proudly.
Anyway, don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on a live video stream. That's available right now at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where that link's located. On your mobile device, YouTube fires up and you put Mornings with the Leader Man in there to get it on your mobile device. But if you're looking for it on, just our streaming service, that's just the audio, you can get that with any streaming apps such as TuneIn, iTunes, or Streama. Just put WEEB in the search, and as always, that stream's available on our website in the upper right-hand corner of every web page at talk973.com. Top right-hand side of the page says Listen Live, and an icon that says On the Air. So just click that once and you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills area is going to be a nice one before we get some rain in here on Saturday. For today, sunny and 68. Tonight, clear, cool, low of 42. Then Saturday, rain moves in. The majority of it will be in the afternoon and evening. So mostly cloudy with a high of 67. And then it becomes a good chance of rain developing in there during the afternoon. Up to a quarter of an inch possible. Saturday night, more of the same, cloudy, rain, low of 56. It'll be heavier Saturday night. And then Sunday, as rain starts to move out, start out cloudy with rain. And by evening, it'll be partly cloudy and a low of 54. Right now around the Sand Hills, winds are northwest at 3, visibility 10 statute miles, pressure 3003, 2.38, humidity 93%. And it's clear and 40 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, it is 7:39, 39 past the hour on this Friday edition of Mornings with the Leader Man. Let's kick in some comedy.
Comedy. We going to talk about Democrats?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's funny. They're usually funny.
Imagine a haunted house with abandoned storefronts and creepy people. Imagine no longer. It's closer than you think.
This Halloween, go to the scariest haunted house around. It's at the mall on the edge of town. Walk through empty store space. You'll be greeted by a woman outside who'll tell you,
"This used to be a Kmart."
Then walk through the abandoned Toys R Us. Imagine the blank stares of the dolls that used to line the shelves. Amazon killed us. Then feel the static electricity of what used to be Radio Shack. Then go get a devilish treat at Cinnabon, which for some spooky reason is still in business there. You'll be creeped out by the pale-skinned goth employee who tells you,
"It's really dead around here. I guess everyone's shopping on the internet. Do you want a bag or you can eat it here?"
don't miss the scary haunted house located at the mall, because it is the mall, right next to the Halloween Spirit Shop, which also will be out of business very soon.
There you go.
Yeah, not many malls left. A few, but not many.
It's too bad. I know up there at Raleigh, Crabtree Valley Mall is still there, and in the evenings it's always full of old people. You wonder, well,
Yeah,
where are all the old people coming from? And they're in the air conditioning walking.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
They don't have many lapses a mile.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, what do you get when you cross Disneyland with this weekend's new movie, Zombieland?
Uh-oh. I don't know.
Well, imagine this.
It's not Disneyland, it's Zombieland.
It's a world of... It's a world of... And a world of... There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a world after all. 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 It's a
Now playing at the Brains Theater.
Okay.
Okay.
Today is Menopause Day.
Oh, jeez.
It's always observed.
Really?
Yeah, it is. It's always observed on April 18th, although things may arrive on different schedules. Now, here's a quick let's see. Have we got any warning on this one?
Yeah, I was going to say, you might want to move on to the next segment.
Let me check it out during the break, and
We'll come back to that one.
Next hour, boys and girls.
Yeah, I know everybody will be anxiously waiting for that.
Oh, the colonel just wants me to get to this story.
Oh, yeah.
A Tennessee couple's engagement photos are going viral because they did them in the nude and covered their R-rated parts with slices of pizza. Apparently, they're big fans because the guy also used a pizza to propose. He's a firefighter and personal trainer, and supposed to surprise her by having a brunch, a bunch of friends and family stand in front of a fire truck. Then he got down on one knee, talked about how great her butt is, and opened the pizza box with a ring inside.
Wow, how romantic.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're on the receiving end of this.
Was it a Sicilian pizza or regular Napolitan?
I don't know. But the recording was recording.
You're my best friend, and what I want to see the rest of my life. But most importantly, I think you got a nice butt. Will you marry me?
Yeah, how could she refuse after that?
I mean, I would at least cut the fire truck off.
Yeah, you'd think, but okay.
27-year-old guy in Louisiana got caught. Let me make sure it's not part of my stupid news. No, stupid criminal. No, it's not. All right, the 27-year-old guy in Louisiana got caught with meth after cops found him walking down the street screaming profanities. Well, that could have been anybody.
Yeah. I don't see that too much down here, but yeah, where I used to live, you see it.
And he claims that all his paperwork had been stolen by SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. he's in need of a little assistance.
Well, SpongeBob, too, got wrongfully arrested one time.
Mr. SquarePants, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
But Mr. Krabs, I didn't do anything. I was framed. It wasn't me.
SpongeBob. He's still on television? I don't know.
I'm sure. All right, let's see if you know what this sound is, Colonel.
All right.
It's one of two we're going to do this morning.
Two? I got to guess two sounds?
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right.
All right, here we go.
Testing with fire. Oh, more than that.
Now, this is an easy one.
That's an easy one? Okay. It sounds like two guys playing around with heavy machinery or something. I don't know.
You're on the right track. An old school truck, an old school trick to mount a tire
Oh.
to a rim is spraying starting fluid or something flammable inside the tire and then lighting it.
Right.
The explosion seats the bead. Some guys, some guys online did it and checked out this tire, lit it, and it gave out a yelp as if it was screaming at them.
Okay.
So you heard the flames and the tire get seated as it snapped. So
Yeah, I've done that. And I haven't done that particular thing. I've seated tires, etc., and that's probably not a smart thing to do.
well, here it is again in case you missed it at first.
Testing with fire. Oh, more than that.
Okay.
Yeah, we used to, on the old military trucks, we used to have those split ring frames, and yeah, those were dangerous, and fooling around with tires and things is just not a smart thing to do.
Meanwhile, a guy shot video of, I got nothing else to do in California. Shot video of flames and smoke coming from manholes in a parking lot next to a California wildfire. He was in the Porter Ranch area, which is a suburb of Los Angeles.
There's fire actually coming through the manholes up at the Ralph's up here. That's pretty crazy. I've never seen that before. A lot of flames coming through there. So it's underground at this moment. That's wild.
Yeah, and that's also something you probably ought to be moving away from at a pretty rapid rate. I don't know. Yeah.
Don't know about the sewer gases.
Yeah.
All that methane
or
can build
liquid
up.
Natural gas, you don't know what's in there. So, you need to use a little smarts.
58% of people say they've been stuck in the friend zone before, including 8% who are currently crushing on a friend. Here's Ryan Reynolds in the movie Just Friends explaining what a friend zone is.
What the hell's the friend zone? See, when a girl decides that you're her friend, you're no longer a dating option. You become a complete non-sexual entity in her eyes, like her brother or a lamp.
I just want to be friends. Death knell. A zoo in France has a crazy blob-like creature on display that is not a plant, not an animal, and is not a fungus. Its Latin name literally translates as the many-headed slime. Its species has been around billions of years. It's almost impossible to kill. Has 720 different sexes. Lives on forest floors and loves to eat oatmeal.
Okay.
Not that you're going to find that on a...
Sure we're not talking about a politician?
Here's a clip from the Blob trailer where the announcer says, describing the slime.
It's indestructible. It's indescribable. Nothing can stop it.
That's right.
I remember that one. Yes, it's still up there in the Arctic somewhere.
All right, time to name another sound.
Oh, boy.
Play the sound first, and then I'll give you a multiple choice on this one. Any guesses?
That's, oh, was that some flapping there at the end? It sounds like a seal or something in a microphone with an echo.
You're very close. Very close. Well, let's see. Is it a hydrophone recording humpback whales off the coast of Oregon? Someone in the canyon blowing their nose, and the video is on repeat?
Yeah.
Or a microphone placed next to a snoring cat?
No, it's the whale then.
Here we go. I'll give you a hint. It's not the whale.
Oh, no? Well, then somebody blowing her nose on repeat?
No,
The
it's a
cat?
microphone placed next to a cat snoring.
Okay, well, now that we've wasted time on that, that's a cat snoring. All right, fine.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a cat, don't like cats, never have a cat, so I guess that's why I wouldn't have guessed a cat.
Cat's all right. I had one for 22 years.
They make me sneeze, so no.
No.
Don't need cats. If you had a cat in here, I wouldn't be here.
Identical twin nurses work at the same hospital, which is also the same hospital they were born in. One in Labor Day, one in Labor Day, and one in labor and delivery, one in the NIC unit. And for the first time since they started, they both got to be in a delivery room together. Delivering, you guessed it, twins. Here are the nurses and Dad talking about the event.
We were getting ready, and I was like, guess what? I have something to tell you. She was like, what? I said, so I'm a twin. My sister works in the NICU, and we're both going to be in your delivery.
Tori and Tara are in their first C-section together, and they're identical twins.
Whoa!
It was a pretty cool experience. You talk to them about it and stuff.
Okay. You ever whistle songs while you work?
Generally not.
Generally not.
No. Whistling in uniform was not an accepted pastime.
Rolling Stones put together a list of the best whistling songs of all time.
Oh.
You check out a montage here. See if you know these things.
Sounds familiar, but I can't place it. Is it from a Western or something?
There's Patience by Guns N' Roses.
Oh, all right, now.
Number 2.
Oh.
Stop. What was that one?
I can't think of the names of these. I'm not a band.
Don't Worry, Be Happy by Bobby McFerrin.
Yeah.
All right, number 3.
Nope.
Winds of Change by Scorpion. Number 4.
Yeah, I've heard it, but again, I
Home by Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros.
okay, yeah.
What do you want to call that band?
The Magnetic Zeros. Yeah.
I don't know, man. How about... All right, here's the next one. Here Comes the Rain Baby by Roy Orbison.
Oh, that was Roy, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's your next one.
Oh, yeah, that's the Egyptians one.
That's right. Walk Like an Egyptian.
But I don't know the name of the band. The Bangles or Bungles or something?
The Bangles.
Bangles, okay.
All right, next to the last one.
Oh, well, Andy Griffith. Yeah.
Right.
Mount Airy.
And the last one.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that. I can't tell you.
Part of the record.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I don't remember.
Sitting on the dock of the bay.
Yeah, I know.
Otis Redding.
Otis Redding, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. You know, it's a slow news day when our production team mashes up two weird songs, like mashed up Sulphur by Slipknot, like we've ever heard of that, and Wannabe by the Spice Girls, and made it work.
So I make the best choice. The only will is my own. I do whatever I want to stay alone. All my decisions make it untouchable and tainted. I'm gonna suffer for the rest of my life, but I will always find a way to survive. I'm not a failure, but I know what it's like. I can take it or leave it or die. You don't always know where you stand till you know that.
Yeah, you like this? Got a beat. Yeah, Deadhead Music and Spice Girls. Who would have thought? Let's see. Let's move on to sports. The Astros beat the Yankees last night in New York.
They did.
Here are 2 3-run homers. Houston is now a game away from heading to the World Series in Washington as they lead the series with New York 3-1.
That ball's drilled to left field. It sends Gardner back at the wall. It's gone. A 3-run shot from George Springer, and the Yankees fall behind 3-1. Cranks this ball to left. That sends Gardner back. It's gone. A 3-run home run for Carlos Correa, and the Astros have broken it open here in the 6th of Game 4.
So 8-3, your final score there. And Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes hurt his ankle in the first game of the season. After going 4-0, he re-injured it, and they lost 2 games in a row. So a church in Kansas wants to have prayer service to help him heal, which seems like an even better idea since he had to leave last night's game after he dislocated his kneecap.
Yes, he did.
He's going to be out for a while. I've had that happen several times.
Going to be weeks at a minimum, and they don't know if he tore any ligaments or anything yet, too. So,
just depending on how bad he dislocated it, it could, everybody said, well, he was walking on it last night. Well, after you snap it back in, it feels so damn good.
Yeah.
You can.
But
today it swells all up.
Yeah, he won't be feeling good today, and he probably shouldn't have been walking around on it afterwards. So,
well, the key thing is keep it straight. You can't do damage. So they put that leg brace on him.
Yeah.
Keep the leg straight. It can heal, and he can still move around. Not good enough to play. Anyway, here's the facilities director at Ashby's United Methodist Church talking about all this healing prayer.
With the last 2 games, we kind of thought that they may need some type of help. We knew that his ankle was injured, so we decided to possibly have a healing service to help him heal that ankle quicker.
Well, we'll see if it works. I haven't heard of any prayer that hurts anybody.
No, they don't.
They only help.
Actually do not. Yep.
All right, coming up on 8 o'clock, all your latest news, sports, and weather's up next in the queue, and we'll be back on the backside.
We are watching a system in the Gulf of Mexico that's expected to become Tropical Storm Nestor. Now, sunny skies today, but we're going to watch that system come in tomorrow in the evening and tomorrow night. Our highs today in the low to mid-60s. Tonight, it's mostly clear with lows in the upper 30s to mid-40s. Tomorrow, it becomes mostly cloudy. By the end of the day, we're watching for some rain to move into our southern counties. It builds northward through the evening. Rain Saturday night and Sunday as well. I'm Mike Mays in the North Carolina News Network Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sand Hills, 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM, WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. The U.S. brokered ceasefire has yet to take hold along the Syria-Turkey border.
Shelling and gunfire could be heard in and around Ras El Ain as smoke billowed from locations near the border with Turkey and the Kurdish town of Ceylan Panar. The fighting had died down by mid-morning while smoke continued to rise. Elsewhere along the border, calm seemed to prevail with no fighting heard along the border west from Ras El Ain. Turkey and the US have agreed a 5-day ceasefire which requires the Kurdish fighters to vacate a swath of territory along the Kurdish border. That arrangement would largely solidify the position Turkey has gained after days of fighting. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
Energy Secretary Rick Perry will be exiting the Trump administration. He plans to step down at year's end. Dallas, scene of President Trump's latest Keep America Great rally.
The president told thousands of cheering supporters inside the American Airlines Center that Democrats are trying to overthrow the 2016 election and that democracy is at stake. He criticized House Speaker Pelosi as Crazy Nancy over the impeachment investigation and warned of the Democrats' extreme agenda, which he said is trying to shut down conservative voices. Mr. Trump also took aim at former Texas Congressman Beto O'Rourke for wanting to get rid of guns and religion. Greg Clugston with the president in Dallas.
Acting White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney insists the U.S. military aid to Ukraine was not held up in exchange for an investigation of the 2016 presidential campaign. He says prior remarks that seemed to suggest the contrary were misconstrued. The International Space Station's 2 women are prepping for the first all-female spacewalk. Astronauts Christina Cook and Jessica Meyer will step out today on a mission to replace a broken battery charger. Wall Street Dow futures up 21 points, S&P futures 2 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Sebastian Gorka here. Maybe you've been hearing about Relief Factor, the 100% drug-free supplement that helps a person's body deal with inflammation and pain. You've heard all the wonderful testimonials. Well, I have my own testimonial. For many years, my lower back pain was becoming a serious problem. The short story is, I finally gave it a try, and now I'm out of pain too. So if you're in pain, you can order the 3-week quick start for just $19.95. Go to relieffactor.com.
Hi, this is Dennis Prager, and the Prager Store has compiled every male-female hour since 2010. We've had topics and calls about marriage, kids, dating, intimacy, fidelity, plus every segment with my friend and relationship expert, Allison Armstrong. These segments have literally saved marriages. For a limited time, the complete collection, 10 years of male-female hour, 50% off. Available on flash drives or as a download. Go to pragerstore.com.
The UN Refugee Agency says it can't resettle the majority of migrants stuck at a refugee camp in Tripoli, Libya.
There have been growing frustrations at the gathering and departure facility in Tripoli. It's meant to be a transit center where evacuees spend a day or two waiting to be moved, but thousands have been there for over 3 months now. Some came from a detention facility that was bombed in July. The survivors of the bombing walked for a day and sought the help of UNHCR. But some of their applications for evacuation have been rejected. Rwanda offered to take in 500 of them, but thousands don't have anywhere to go.
The BBC's Ann Soy. Hong Kong's airline says passenger traffic slumped last month on plummeting demand from mainland Chinese travelers. The carrier's September traffic figures, the latest sign that mainland visitors are steering clear of the semi-autonomous Chinese city. Pro-democracy protests continue. News and analysis at townhall.com. Secretary of State Pompeo has met with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Israel.
We talked about all the efforts we've made to push back against the threat, not only to Israel, but to the region and the world from the Islamic Republic of Iran. And we shared our ideas about how we can ensure Middle East stability together.
Pompeo says a remarkable close relationship between our two countries is as strong as it's ever been. Netanyahu thanks America for its consistent support and says that he and Pompeo discussed ways of making the U.S.-Israel alliance even stronger. Netanyahu portrays his close relationship with President Trump as a godsend for Israel, pointing to the American president's decisions to withdraw from the Iranian nuclear deal and to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. And again on Wall Street this hour, Dow futures up 22 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hi, I'm John Strickland, and I'm a candidate to be mayor of Pinehurst. I've been coming to Pinehurst since I was 5 years old, and I'm passionate about this special place. As your mayor, I will work to manage the demands on our infrastructure, coordinate plans with our sister communities, resolve our challenges, and identify our opportunities. Please join the many citizens who will vote Strickland for mayor. Early voting starts October 16 and ends November 1st. Election day is November 5th.
Paid for by Strickland for Pinehurst.
October is a great time to purchase a new Honda from Leith Honda Aberdeen. Right now, get easy pricing on all new 2019 models. With a huge selection of vehicles, great prices, and no games or gimmicks, Leith Honda Aberdeen makes it easy for you. Our service department makes it quick and easy for you as well. We mean it when we say we're easy to get to and easy to deal with. Check us out at LeithHondaAberdeen.com. Leith Honda Aberdeen, the name you can trust.
Great news. During the Jeep Adventure Days at Leith Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Aberdeen, all new 2019 vehicles are available with easy pricing. Just ask at Leith Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Aberdeen. We make it easy for you, not only with buying a new vehicle, but when you have to service your vehicle as well. We have quick and easy oil, brake, and tire services available just for you. Leith Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Aberdeen. Easy to get to and easy to deal with. Have a great day today.
I recently spoke to Michael Gompers at Workplace Financial about college tuition planning. As the mother of 5, I, like many parents, find myself overwhelmed by the rising cost of tuition and uncertainty about the best way to plan for those expenses. While many financial experts tout 529 plans, Michael Gompers at Workplace Financial believes that life insurance policies are an excellent alternative to pay for college expenses. While the primary purpose of life insurance is to provide a death benefit for your loved ones, life insurance policies with a cash value allows parents to withdraw tax-free loans to cover the cost of college tuition, housing, books and fees, maybe even a car. Let's say your child excels at academics or sports and receives a scholarship. Maybe they decide to join the military after high school. They could use those funds for a down payment on a house, start a business, even pay for a wedding. So call Michael Gompers at Workplace Financial to learn more. Call 866-399-0999. That's 866-399-0999. Donuts so heavenly you'd think they were made by angels. Southern Angel Donut Company is now open for your heavenly pleasure in Olmsted Village behind the First National Bank. And the Angels are up daily at 3 a.m. making donuts the old-fashioned way, preparing holy taste bud delights like the maple bacon donut or their special apple fritters. And hey, Southern Angel Donuts make great business icebreakers because who doesn't like a great donut? Give Southern Angel Donuts a try today. Open 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily.
Your favorite gun dealer in the area is Carthage Shooting Sports on Highway 15501 in Carthage, your exclusive dealer for Liberty Safe. And Liberty Safe is the #1 selling brand in America as advertised on the Sean Hannity Show. Liberty Safes come in a variety of designs and sizes, one that will surely meet your needs. Carthage Shooting Sports has firearms from a variety of brand name manufacturers, both new and used long guns, handguns, and vintage military guns, ammo and accessories, and Liberty Safes. And Carthage Shooting Sports has opened a new store, Fayetteville Safe and Firearms, at 2729 Bragg Boulevard, also serving the Rayford area. And you can buy a Liberty Safe now with no interest for 12 months through First Mutual Finance. Go to Carthage Shooting Sports Facebook or call 910-947-7500. Open weekdays 10 to 6, 9 to 4 on Saturdays. 910-947-7500.
Temple Theater is thrilled to continue their
season of more with Hoagie Carmichael's Stardust Road. On stage October 17th through November 3rd. This world premiere is co-produced by Hoagie Bix Carmichael. At the helm of this new musical journey is director Susan H. Schulman and choreographer Michael Lichtefeld, who collaborated on numerous Broadway productions. Using the iconic music of Hoagie Carmichael, with numerous dance numbers, 7 actors tell the story of 4 decades in America. The early years of ragtime, jazz, and blues, the romance of New York in the 1930s, the tumultuous and uncertain years of the World War II era, and the post-war golden age of Hollywood. Stardust Road uses the sophisticated melodies and lyrics to weave the story of friendship through 4 decades of how we all find our own Stardust Road. Don't miss Hoagie Carmichael's Stardust Road, featuring a live 7-piece band on stage, October 17th through November 3rd. Tickets are $29 and available at templeshows.com. Sponsored by Cafe 121, the North Carolina Arts Council, Leemore Capital Company, and NAI Carolina.
It wasn't long ago when residents in the Sandhills had to call 2 different companies for plumbing or heating and air conditioning service. But Fields Plumbing and Heating and Air Conditioning was the first to offer all 3 services and still do. At Fields Plumbing and Heating and Air Conditioning, it's our goal to offer customers fast, dependable, and creative solutions to your home and business needs. Experience counts. Call Fields Plumbing and Heating and Air Conditioning 910-949-3232. 910-949-3232.
NCN News, I'm Mike Rayleigh. Spacewalk number 421 is getting underway this morning. It will be the first all-female spacewalk. NASA astronauts Christina Cook from North Carolina and Jessica Meir will make history, as NASA's calling it. CBS News space consultant Bill Harwood is at the Kennedy Space Center.
The spacewalk is historic in the sense that it's the first time ever that 2 women have gone out in the vacuum of space by themselves to carry out a spacewalk.
The State Board of Elections today unveiled a voter of confidence campaign that runs from 2020 elections. The campaign, Karen Brunson Bell is North Carolina Elections Executive Director and says a lot of security measures are in place, including...
Every county Board of Elections conducts a hand-eye count of the ballots in at least 2 randomly selected precincts to confirm accuracy of the results. That happens after every election.
Fighting continues along Turkey's border with Syria despite a U.S.-led ceasefire. New video this morning shows evidence of gunfire and shelling just hours after Vice President Mike Pence announced that the U.S. had reached an agreement with Turkey. Correspondent Charlie Daggett is with the Kurds.
Now, it may be telling that Turkey is calling this more of a pause than a ceasefire. Why 5 days? That's exactly the time that Turkish President Erdogan is due to meet with the real power broker in this region, President Vladimir Putin in Russia.
The Pitt County Sheriff's Office says 1 brother is dead, another in custody following a shooting last night. The victim's name is Maurice Simpson. It's expected to be cold again tonight. Many people might be cranking up the heat. Before you do, fire prevention experts say you might want to take the right steps to avoid a house fire. Winston-Salem Fire Department Captain Sean Scruggs.
This time of year, we do see a spike in fires, not using what they do have appropriately.
He says to be sure you get the system checked before you use it. You're listening to NCN News.
Making the decision to get a divorce can be difficult, but the process of divorce doesn't have to be. At One Stop Divorce, we offer a quick 3-step divorce process that reduces time, stress, and attorney fees. In fact, just a one-time fee of $2.99 is all it takes. Sound too good to be true? It's not. Visit onestopdivorce.com today to see for yourself. That's onestopdivorce.com. 3 easy steps, 1 easy stop. onestopdivorce.com.
Medicaid expansion, school safety, a statewide bond package, the next state budget. North Carolina lawmakers are tackling these and other topics. You can follow all the action with Carolina Journal. How would these proposals affect you, your wallet, your family? Carolina Journal offers answers. Available each month as a free newspaper. Every day online at carolinajournal.com. Carolina Journal, your best source for government news that affects you. Visit carolinajournal.com today.
Geologists detect movement and a fault that could trigger an earthquake impacting California oil and gas producing areas.
Scientists say the Garlock Fault, which runs along the Mojave Desert,
capable of producing a magnitude 8 quake began sliding a few months ago. According to a study published in the journal Science, the quake sequence is destabilizing nearby faults. New satellite radar images show the fault began to move, causing a land surface bulge visible from space. A big quake on the Garlock Fault has the potential to impact one of the most productive regions for agriculture and oil. Gary Nunn, CBS News.
The National Hurricane Center expects a weather disturbance to become a tropical storm today as it moves toward the northern U.S. Gulf Coast. The disturbance would be called Nestor and should bring wet weekend across the south, including North Carolina. President Trump's acting chief of staff is walking back comments he made yesterday that the president withheld several $100 million worth of military aid to Ukraine to pressure Kiev to investigate the DNC and 2016 presidential campaign. Correspondent Nancy Cordes is on Capitol Hill.
Things have just gone from very, very bad to much, much worse.
After rejecting the notion of a quid pro quo for weeks, the White House appeared to suddenly switch gears.
And I have news for everybody. Get over it. There's going to be political influence in foreign policy.
Acting Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney said the president did withhold millions in military aid to extract a promise from the Ukrainians.
It's like, look, this is a corrupt place. I don't want to send them a bunch of money. Did he also mention to me in the past the corruption related to the DNC server? Absolutely. No question about that. But that's it. And that's why we held up the money.
Public health officials in Buncombe County are reporting a case of Legionnaire's disease in a person who didn't attend the Mountain State Fair but was at a building on the fair site. Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
Good Friday morning, everyone. We're waking up to chilly temperatures later this afternoon. It's still cool, sunny and pleasant with a high temperature in the lower to mid-60s. Tonight, mostly clear. It is going to be rather nippy for area high school football games. Make sure you're dressed appropriately. Lows tonight in the upper 30s to mid-40s. Saturday becoming mostly cloudy. Rain develops late in the day and into the evening in our southern counties. Builds its way up to the north through the evening Saturday. The high in the mid to upper 60s. I'm Mike Mays in the North Carolina News Network Weather Center.
Right now, here in the Sand Hills area, we're still looking at sunny skies, 42 degrees, humidity 85%, dew point 38, pressure 33, winds are calm, visibility is at 10 statute miles. It is 8:15. Let's take a look at your Sand Hills news for this Friday morning. The Moore County Commissioners heard and approved a request from the Sand Hills Community College Board of Trustees to accelerate the release of $20 million in bonds approved for the nursing education facility from the end of the calendar year 2021 to the end of the calendar year 2020. Advanced planning and schematic design has been completed and is expected. The final construction documents will be completed by the fourth quarter of 2020, meaning the bidding and construction contracts can be awarded immediately after. It's estimated that by advancing the issuance of the bonds 1 year, in light of the continuing escalation of construction costs, will save almost $800,000. The new facility is expected to have significant impact on the area with a total economic salary impact of over $5.2 million. The board voted 5-0 to approve the request. And Moore County is preparing for what will be the last expansion of its construction and demolition debris landfill off NC5 near Aberdeen. The process will take about 2 years to complete, according to an update presented to the Board of Commissioners during a day-long work session last week. Public Works Director Randy Gould told the commissioners there are a lot of moving parts, a lot of things have to take place. The county will have to send notices to all surrounding property owners. Commissioners have to conduct a state-mandated public information session and then vote to approve moving forward with the project. That vote is scheduled for November 19th. Once that happens, the county has to apply for a construction permit through the State Department of Environmental Quality, which is expected to be issued early next March. Then the county can seek construction bids and final state approval. If all goes according to plan, that will happen in June of 2021. That's your latest Sand Hills news this morning, but stand by. Here comes all your latest in sports right here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. It is 8:18.
NCN Sports. I'm Josh Zach.
Cranks his ball to left. That sends Gardner back. It's gone! A 3-run home run for Carlos Correa. And the Astros have broken it open here in the 6th of Game 4.
Joe Buck with the call on Fox Sports as Carlos Correa hit a 3-run homer en route to Houston's 8-3 win over the Yankees in Game 4 as they take a 3-1 lead in the American League Championship Series. George Springer also knocked a 3-run shot as Houston is now on the cusp of a second World Series trip in 3 years. Justin Verlander is scheduled to start Game 5 tonight. Patrick Mahomes injured his right knee in the Kansas City Chiefs' 30-6 win last night over the Denver Broncos. Mahomes hurt on a quarterback sneak early in the second quarter. He could be out for a while. Chiefs coach Andy Reid says the team responded well despite the stroke of bad luck.
You've seen teams that let themselves down after one of your best players or the best player gets hurt. I was proud that our guys just stepped up and kept battling.
Backup Matt Moore threw a 57-yard touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill as the Chiefs rallied around their fallen superstar to snap a 2-game losing streak. Las Vegas Golden Knights forward Valentin Zykov has been suspended for 20 games without pay for a violation of the NHL's performance-enhancing substances program. The suspension accompanied by a referral to the league's program for substance abuse and behavioral health for evaluation and possible treatment. Zykov is in his second season with the Knights. He has recorded 2 assists over 7 games so far. Jason Day's attempt to impress international team captain Ernie Els for a spot in the President's Cup in December took a positive turn when the Australian shot a 666 to sit 2 strokes off the lead after opening the CJ Cup at 9 Bridges. It's the first event of a 3-run PGA Tour through Asia. This is NCN Sports.
Making it through the cotton season takes an inner strength in you and in your crop. It's always been that way for growers who know the art of growing cotton. And when you plant Stoneville, our science keeps delivering early season vigor for in-season strength along with excellent seed quality and high yield potential. So combine our science with your art and start strong with Stoneville. Grow smart with BASF. Learn more at stoneville.com. Always read and follow label directions.
The annual Big Tailgate Tour, driven by Continental Tire, is on the road again.
As Wake Forest hosts Florida State on Saturday night, find our Continental Tire Toss from 4 to 7 p.m. outside the Last Resort Bar on Deacon Boulevard, leading up to the 7:30 kickoff.
Pick up free koozies, T-shirts, and more from Sport Clips and Continental Tire. Remember to drive with care on your Continental tires and experience the ultimate MVP haircut at Sport Clips.
Tailgate with us, BigTailgateTour.com.
Zion Williamson will not play in the Pelicans' final preseason game in New York because of a sore right knee. The Pelicans announcing yesterday that the number 1 pick did not travel with the team to the Big Apple and remained in New Orleans to undergo further testing and evaluation. He was to have played against his former Duke teammate R.J. Barrett, the number 3 pick in this year's draft, in tonight's nationally televised game against the Knicks. An emotional Michael Jordan unveiled the first of 2 medical clinics he and his family funded in Charlotte. They provide medical care to underprivileged members of the community. The 6-time NBA champion participated in the grand opening of the $7 million Novant Health Michael Jordan Family Medical Clinic. Tears streamed down Jordan's cheeks as he spoke about giving back to the community. Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
Your hometown dealer, Cooper Ford in Carthage, knows that there are some things that are uniquely American, like family, community, and Friday night football in the fall. Cooper Ford supports the things that are important to the community because Cooper Ford is part of the community. These are local folks who work and live right here in the community they serve. And with every customer, Cooper Ford is in it for the long haul, every step of the way. And that includes certified service after the sale. Customer service that's second to none. You can't buy a new Ford for less anywhere else. That's a guarantee. With no games, no gimmicks, just upfront pricing and a commitment to doing what's right. This community is worth Cooper Ford's support, including all the local families, fans, and athletes representing Pinecrest, Union Pines, and Northmore this football season. Just a few short minutes from the traffic circle off 15501 in Carthage or on the web at cooperford.net. Cooper Ford, always working hard to be your hometown dealer.
Born
Born in Napoli, Italy, Sal Doria, owner of Fratello's Restaurant in Pinehurst, makes his hand-tossed pizza with the passion of a true Italian. Fresh ingredients, homemade mozzarella, and amore. Come in and experience the ambiance of European luxury, hearty cuisine, warm hospitality, and an outstanding wine and beer list. Military families, come in and 15% of your meal is on us. Every Friday and Saturday night from 6:30 to 9:30, Fratello's welcomes Carolina's favorite piano man, Clarence Levine. Feel like staying in tonight? Fratello's has got you covered with Grubhub and DoorDash, so you can simply call in your order and have it delivered to your doorstep. We're located at 9735 U.S. Highway 15501 in Pinehurst, just a few doors down from Hickory Tavern. Fratello's Restaurant, making you fall in love with food all over again.
For more than 100 years, Pines Funerals has been there for Moore County families when they needed us most. We continue to build on tradition of trust by serving all your funeral and memorial needs from any of our convenient locations. Nestled in 15 acres of wooded landscape along Morganton Road, Pine Lawn Memorial Park offers memorial gardens, mausoleums, a chapel, and a beautiful brand new funeral and cremation center slated for completion in 2020. For free, pre-planning information or to schedule a tour, call Pines Funerals at 910-947-2224 or visit pinesfunerals.com today.
Fall is here at Duck Donuts of Southern Pines, and so are some of our favorite flavors. Come in and try our delicious glazed apple donut topped with a warm, salted caramel drizzle. Do you like pumpkin pie? Well, then you'll love our hot, fresh pumpkin pie donut, just like Grandma used to make. No display cases here, folks, because all of our donuts are hot and fresh and custom made just for you. Treat yourself, treat your family, treat your employees. We're located at Southern Pines on 1756 Old Morganton Road in the Lowe's Shopping Center, just up the hill from Sandhills Cinema. Duck Donuts, warm, delicious, and made to order.
Hey Sandhills, it's Anthony from Champion Car Wash and Detail Shop. We've been getting a lot of requests for information, and I'm proud to announce that we've launched our new website where you can find details about all the services we offer, how to get in touch with us, hours, and where we're located. Visit us at www.championnc.com. That's www.championnc.com. While you're there, take a look at the photo gallery of incredible cars that we're trusted to care for on a daily basis. That's Champion Car Wash and Detail Shop in downtown Southern Pines near the corner of Morganton and Broad.
We're talking with Sherry Hook of Seven Lakes Contracting and Asphalt Services. Many homes and businesses in Moore County have asphalt pavement that needs repairing. Sherry, what would you recommend?
Seal coating is the answer. It provides an application that seals and protects to prevent damages from oils, rain, and sun, and results in a like-new appearance at a reasonable price.
Is seal coating also used for preventive maintenance?
It certainly is. It extends the life of your pavement, reducing the need for expensive repairs and replacement. Seal coating should be applied every 2 to 4 years, depending on the wear and tear.
So go online to slcontractingllc.com or to the Facebook page to see their customer reviews. Call Seven Lakes Contracting and Asphalt at 910-673-1318. Open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5. 910-673-1318.
Are you a do-it-yourselfer, home builder, or remodeler? If so, bring in the best deal you're getting in Moore County for your flooring, and Hardwood Liquidators will match it and beat it. Right now, we have over 130,000 square feet in our warehouse stacked with solid engineered, laminate, and waterproof luxury vinyl plank. Like the farmhouse look, our farmhouse bandsawn French oak solid flooring starts at $449 a square foot. Financing is available with approved credit. We're at 707 South Pinehurst off Highway 1, right across the street from McNeil Oil, or call us at 910-757-0478. Hardwood Liquidators. More floor, less money.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. Today I met with a little group of friends. I refer to us as the good guys. We're a small, like-minded group with a mission, a very simple mission. We want to wipe out the swamp in Moore County. Now you ask, who's the swamp? Well, let me tell you who's not in the swamp. The swamp is not comprised of true Republicans. A true Republican is fiscally responsible. That means they spend their money wisely. Republicans care about the people they represent, and if they don't, they need to be replaced by another Republican. The swamp people are wasting our money. I feel very blessed to be able to speak to you every day. I know who I'm talking to, and I know that for the most part, you're sick and tired also of the money and the waste in this county. the waste by the schools, and the people who back them. There are people in this audience who are hurting, people who don't know if they can make it through the month and still buy groceries and medicine and other things they need. How can, and this is a serious question, how can our local governments blow so much money? It's not theirs. How can the school system be so arrogant that they never address our charges? Please, come on the radio, live. I've asked you over and over, defend your stupid actions. Why would you not welcome the opportunity? I honestly don't think you have the right to remain silent. Not yet, anyway. I'd sure like folks to hear you come on here and debate me in the Zoom zone.
We are watching a system in the Gulf of Mexico that's expected to become Tropical Storm Nestor. Now, sunny skies today, but we're going to watch that system come in tomorrow in the evening and tomorrow night. Our highs today in the low to mid-60s. Tonight, it's mostly clear with lows in the upper 30s to mid-40s. Tomorrow, it becomes mostly cloudy. By the end of the day, we're watching for some rain to move into our southern counties. It builds northward through the evening. Rain Saturday night and Sunday as well. I'm Mike Mays in the North Carolina News Network Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the Leader Man. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
The old clock on the wall says
it is quitting time.
What clock would that be?
Just give it a few more hours.
Okay, how many more, sir?
8 more hours.
8 hours?
Yes! Quitting time Friday.
Come to those who wait.
What do you got planned for the weekend?
What are your plans for the weekend?
We're having a huge party.
What kind of party?
The kind you never forget.
All weekend long.
Well, let's get to it then. Showtime!
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It is time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, North County. Good morning, unfortunate Aberdeen, as the Proud of the Pines pilot likes to refer to you. Hey, early voting, man. You got to get out there. You people in Whispering Pines, you've got some good choices there. Andy Conway's good choice. Pam Harris a good choice. Oh, man, but you got a tired, disgruntled, disgraced, discredited former sheriff on that ballot. Just pass on by his name. You don't need him in the council.
Yeah, if it says Godfrey, it means don't vote for him.
Yeah, well, yeah,
We gave you a ton of reasons yesterday. We'll give you some more today.
Yeah. Well, at any rate, hey, it's still pretty cool out for you Democrat, socialist, communists out there. Put on your Chi-Com quilted coats because you might be a little cool this morning out there.
All right, don't forget, of course, we are also being seen around the world on a live video stream. That's available right now at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where the link's located. That will get you there if you're on your mobile device. Fire up YouTube and put Mornings with the Leader Man in the search if you're on your mobile device. Just needing our audio, we suggest many streaming applications such as TuneIn, iTunes, Streamer, just to name 3. Put WEEB into the search and will appear at the top. Click on that, you're done. If you're on our website, you can get to it very easily. Upper right-hand corner of every page has an icon that says On the Air Listen Live. Click it once and you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills area. It's going to be sunny today. Pretty about as good as it gets, 68 for a high. Then tonight, clear, low of 42. Tomorrow, rain moves in. During the day, starts to get out of here on Sunday morning. But anyway, Saturday, clouds build in, rain likely by afternoon, high of 67. Heavy rain Saturday night with a low of 56. Should see 1 inch to 1.5 inches possible on Saturday night. Sunday, rain's pulling out of here. We'll go mostly cloudy by midday, high of 70. And then partly cloudy by night, 54 for a low. Monday, partly cloudy, 75. Right now around the Sandhills, winds are calm, visibility 10 statute miles. Pressure is 3003, dew point 38, humidity 85%. It's sunny, and let me refresh. Still 42 degrees here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All righty. It is 8:33, 33 past the hour on this Friday morning with the leader man. What let's do, let's dive into the rim shots, get them out of the way, and go from there. What do you say?
All right.
I do believe our first rim shot is local.
A local rim shot?
Yeah.
Oh. Does it have to do with the school board?
No.
Oh, okay.
The annual list of the 100 most powerful people in entertainment came out this week. And this year, Neil Godfrey read it.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Felicity Huffman says she doesn't expect special treatment in prison. DMX does, but only because he's been so many times he's earned seniority. Snoop Dogg turns 48 on Sunday. Don't bother making him a cake. He does all his own baking.
Yeah.
He's already baked through and through.
Yeah.
So Sarah Silverman was once taking 16 Xanax a day, or as Roseanne calls it, a pre-tweeting routine.
Right.
Britney Spears says she loves going to the ocean because when you're surrounded by sand, you don't even have to get up to extinguish a cigarette. Kendall Jenner is among the celebrities who say they've seen a ghost. Have you ever seen a ghost?
No comment.
No comment. Kendall Jenner says she has. Seeing a ghost is pretty scary for Kendall, but nowhere near as terrifying as the first time she saw her dad wearing a dress and heels.
Oh, jeez. No kidding. Wow. Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. It depends whether you see it in the daylight or in darkness. You see them in both.
They had at the last, I had a station in up there in the Raleigh area. Before somebody made me an offer I couldn't refuse. But there was a rumor that a guy named Walt Pearson, who was the morning man there for many, many years, walked the halls. Now, nobody was in that building more than I was. But yet the overnight guy claims he saw it, the ghost.
Yeah, it's odd. I went to Gettysburg College. Yes, I would tell you I've seen a few things, but they're not worth getting into because people just aren't going to believe you, and it's a personal
Try
thing.
it.
So no, not going to do it.
Megyn Kelly called Matt Lauer a sexual predator, and she worked at Fox News, so she knows one when she sees it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess she would.
I heard that she's coming back to Fox.
Oh, I don't know.
You want to bet she ends up in Shepard Smith's slot?
Well, oh, poor old Shep. Yeah, they'll switch seats probably, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, they're going to have to find somebody to fill that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of a nothing spot anyway. I mean, what is it?
3.
Is that the 3 to 4 spot?
Yeah.
I don't know how many people are watching for that.
Well, it's 12 noon on the West Coast.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. But, I never liked the guy anyway, so, from day one. But not sorry to see him go.
No, nor am I. I didn't cry a single tear.
And then he just kept progressively getting worse, and then, yeah.
Well, he come on with a snarky attitude and says, the president says, da-da-da-da. We know that to be a lie.
Right.
Well, that's just not true. Doesn't matter whether the president blew his nose, he'd find something wrong with it.
Well, exactly. I mean, you learn that in basic training. You know, if you've ever watched Full Metal Jacket, when Joker finally realizes that no matter what he says, you know, he's going to take garbage for it. Well, I think Trump already knows that and is well aware of it, and he just works his way around it and pretty much makes everybody look like a fool on a pretty routine basis. I mean, he's missed maybe a couple of times, but yeah, he's got it down. He knows.
New book claims Matt Lauer had an affair with a prominent NBC News personality. Oh, no. Say it isn't so, Tom Brokaw.
Yeah, Brokaw. Another one.
Tom Brokaw. Well, tonight, on NBC News, that's my Brokaw invitation.
Okay.
Not bad.
If you say so.
Yes, I do say so. A healthier diet may help treat depression. Unless you thought of living off salad makes you want to kill yourself, then, well, maybe it's a wash. And Natty Light is holding a Halloween contest where you can win $10,000 for dressing up like the thing that scares you the most. Hillary Clinton will just wear a white T-shirt that says 33,000 emails.
Yeah, that's scary. She is scary.
It is. I still think she's counting on her white knight, Adam Bag of Shift, to come in and save her.
Well, it's looking sorrier and sorrier for old Pencil Neck because they're on to him and they're starting to pressure him now too. So, he's out there lying and misconstruing facts and things like that, and I think people pretty much had enough of it.
Well, he's going to come back with his own quote Mueller report.
Well,
that just is rewritten history that says it like he did his parody.
Yeah.
No facts, just snarkiness.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. I think everybody already knows what it's going to be, and has pretty much written him off.
Well, we'll see what happens. All right, 8:41 past the hour. Let's see here. Let's go at something that there are two standards of law. We have found out there are two standards of law in this county. There are standards for most of us, and then of course there's a standard for Neil Godfrey and his family.
Yeah. Well, yes, and that
they get off of everything, and that they do by pulling in brownie points and favors, and the rest of us, we have to stand trial, or we have to go out there and chase them down, as we're going to get ready to do.
Hi, pretty, and your little dog too.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8.
All right, my friends, it's time once again to hop up and strut across the floor in the style of the dude, John Wayne. Open up our closet doors, look at all 30 of our Liberty safes. And head on over here to safe number 26. And we'll open her up and let the good Colonel reach in and grab our weapon of choice today.
Yeah, well, we'll dig around in here.
Yesterday he gave us a 50 round magazine.
Well, today there's actually a pretty rare one in here. It's a volcanic Smith & Wesson lever action pistol. 1855. One of they're prototype only because they never went into production. But 41 caliber, you should do that. It's got tube magazines. 6
Where are you gonna
rounds.
find bullets with these things?
Yeah, well, there's a couple in the tube there, so
All right.
have at it.
Why did they decide with a 41 caliber?
Well, that was a fairly common caliber back in the
Was
day.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can hit them with it if nothing else. It's about a foot long.
All right, well, we'll throw that into the holster, pin on our badge, grab 5 cans of some whoop ass, and out the door we go in relentless pursuit of some stupid criminal news. Stupid criminal news number 1 this morning. Let's see here. This guy should probably consider investing in turtlenecks. There's a 36-year-old guy named Matthew Bushman from Mansfield, Illinois. And last Wednesday, the cops, or I should say the police,
the Popo,
put out a warrant for his arrest in a forgery case. On Friday, some officers spotted him and asked him if he knew Matthew, if he was Matthew, and he said, "Why, no, I'm not." They gave them a fake name. There was just one problem. He had a tattoo on his neck that said Matthew.
Well, that was just a religious reference.
I see.
Book of Matthew, yeah, the gospel.
He says Matty B on his throat, and the cops saw it, so they really blew up his plans and arrested him. Too bad he wasn't Neil Godfrey's son. He could have gotten off of this one.
Yeah, yep.
Just like his son did.
Yeah.
Stupid criminal news number 2 this morning. Let's see here. Note to self, the beaches in the Philippines are apparently zero fun. There's a 26-year-old woman named Lin Tu Ting from Taiwan, and she was on vacation in the Philippines last week with a boyfriend. Well, she went out onto the beach in a tiny bikini.
Uh-oh. Did you say what island it was?
I don't see what's wrong with this story yet.
Yeah, well, it depends on what island she's on.
From the pictures, you can see what was basically just a few pieces of string with the smallest possible amount of material covering the most sensitive area.
Yeah, there you go.
The hotel staff told her not to wear it on Wednesday, but she did it anyway. And when she swore it again on Thursday, they called the police. She was arrested for lewdness, which carries a fine of, $48.
That's it?
That's it, $48.
Okay. Well.
A state-run news agency says Lynn and her boyfriend said the bikini was, quote, a form of art. And, quote, it's quite normal for us in our country.
Oh, all right. Well, what's normal in your country isn't normal in the Philippines. And it varies. Philippines, there's a fairly significant Muslim population there. So depends on where you are. Northern, southern islands, Taytay. You know, there's just all kinds of places that you don't want to do things like that over there.
Well, again, it's too bad she wasn't Neil Godfrey's daughter. He could have gotten her out of it.
Yeah, he probably would have finagled something.
Yeah. Nothing sticks to him. And finally, unfortunately, we didn't have a video of this story, but if we did, this scenario sounded so ridiculous, we probably think it was staged. A 37-year-old woman named Leanne Thompson from Milford Haven, Wells.
Wales?
I've been there so many times I can't count them. Right. Anyway, got home drunk a few months ago and saw her neighbor watching her stumbling around. So Leanne leaned over the fence to yell at her neighbor, and for some reason she was topless at the time.
Oh, dear.
Good thing she didn't get any splinters from the underside.
Right.
Anyway, the prosecutor said, quote, her breasts were exposed and hanging over the fence, and that's when a dog spotted her and, quote, was jumping up and licking her breasts.
Oh, dear.
Leanne yelled a few racial slurs in her meltdown, so she was charged with racially aggravated harassment, and she was just hit with a $525 in fines and court costs. You know, that's 500% more than
yeah, it is.
Godfrey's son got charged with while driving drunk. And,
yep. For the second or third time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have done jail time, but got out with a $100 fine.
Yeah.
Go.
Because he already lost his license once, right?
Yeah. And then, my friends, is your stupid criminal news for this Friday. Okay. It is 8:49 past the hour. Let's see what else we have in our bag of tricks for you this morning. Of course, everybody likes our daily history lesson when we do little known facts.
And now it's time for
Random facts.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Alrighty, random facts for today and maybe a spare. If I can get them up here. JFK didn't push to get to the moon because he cared about space exploration. All he was worried about was beating the Russians.
Yeah.
Yep. Vikings didn't wear helmets with horns.
Nope.
It comes from a performance of Richard Wagner's opera, The Ring, in 1876.
Wagner.
Huh?
It's Wagner.
Wagner.
Yes. I have to get that one right.
Thank you, educated one. The costume design made horn helmets for the Vikings in the show, and the image stuck. Before it, let's see, educated one might need your help again. Before Kurt
Vonnegut.
Thank you. Well, if I don't know how to say it, I know who to turn to. Before he was a famous author, he worked at Sports Illustrated.
Yes, he did.
But he got fired quickly when he was supposed to write an article about a racehorse that escaped and only wrote one sentence. The horse jumped over the effing fence.
I heard that story. That's great.
The late fashion designer Kate Spade was David Spade's sister-in-law. Wow.
Oh.
And the first assassination attempt on a president happened in 1835 when a guy named Richard Lawrence tried to shoot Andrew Jackson, but his gun jammed, and Jackson beat him within an inch of his life with his cane.
Yeah, he had a walking stick, right? Yeah, with a nice little silver top on it or something.
Walked him upside the head.
Welding, yep.
Good.
Yeah, Jackson was not somebody you wanted to fool around with. He would have definitely taken offense to somebody trying to shoot him.
I don't think he has the monopoly on that one.
Yeah, but he would do something about it. Most other people get swept away by the Secret Service, but yeah, old Jackson. Mm-mm.
Well, let's find out here. We're entering the cold season. Didn't I read an article a couple of weeks ago that one company may have found the actual cure for the cold?
Oh, no, I missed that. Yeah. That would be interesting.
Anyway, we're entering the cold season, which means you'll probably have to have that horrible moment when you can feel the cold coming on and you realize there's basically nothing you do to stop it.
Yes.
But you can at least try. A new survey asked people what they do when they feel the cold coming on to try to keep it away. And here are the top 9 answers. Drink hot tea with lemon.
Oh, they forgot the most important ingredient there is a tablespoon of whiskey. And it's called a hot toddy. And it's not just lemon, it's honey, whiskey, and lemon. Hot tea. Yep. And it works.
Drink lots of water.
I don't know that I've ever tried that one.
Buy chicken soup.
Chicken soup works. That's a known.
Drink orange juice.
That's a known remedy.
Vitamin C. Masses the dose of vitamin C help ward it off. If you get it, though, it's...
Well, you know.
Sleep. What's that?
Okay.
Eat ginger.
Ginger root. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to read up on that one. That sounds interesting.
And the other three things people tend to use to try to ward off a cold: work out, take a shower, change the sheets.
It's too, well, yeah, you want to change sheets. You don't want to spread the thing around. But gargling with salt water, warm water, salt, that works. That helps kill some of the stuff back there. And, of course, you know, there's a variety of chemicals available on the Rite Aid shelf that you could try.
Yeah, like Coldies.
Yeah, some of those do work. They have that. Is it Coldie? I think I have Coldies. I use that because
that tends to stop it from getting worse.
That works for me very effectively. I know other people have tried it. And
you
said
catch it with the first scratch in your throat.
Yes.
It tends to stop it.
Exactly.
But don't chew it. You got to suck it all down.
Yep.
And coat the throat.
Well, there's several different varieties. There's some that you can use swab for your nose, and there's a spray, and then there's the lozenges. But Coldies has worked for me.
All right. Well, let's see here. Let's see here. How much time we got? 3 minutes. Let's do this instead. See if we can buzz the colonel before we're done. Or we can go over things you need to know. Let's do things we need to know so we don't sound stupid today. Because the questions are pretty hard. I tried them last night, and I couldn't get a 1. So we'll do things you need to know so you don't sound stupid today. Get ready to say goodbye to the printed version of USA Today, although they say winding down could take years in the plural.
That's too bad.
Teachers in Chicago have gone out on strike. Netflix added 6.8 million subscribers in the third quarter despite news of upcoming streaming offerings from Disney and Apple. Volvo has rolled out its first electric SUV. It's the XC40.
And how far does it go on a charge?
First one won't be delivered to customers until a year from now.
And how long does it take to charge up?
I don't know. Suzanne Summers celebrated her 73rd birthday this week by posting a picture of herself in a field naked.
Who's that?
Suzanne Summers from Three's Company.
Okay.
All the private parts covered, so it's safe to look. Now, Helen Hunt was taken to a hospital after her SUV flipped during a car accident in Los Angeles Wednesday. She was released later in the day. Qantas will make an experimental 20-hour nonstop flight from New York to Sydney, the longest ever.
That is a ways. Yes, it is.
20 hours in one seat. Oh, you'll have fun.
No, you will not. They'll end up with killing somebody on that flight.
Blood clots in the leg.
Yep.
Jeff Bezos says the smartest thing he ever did at Amazon was do away with PowerPoint presentations at meetings.
You know what? As goofy as Bezos is, I applaud that. Doing away with the PowerPoints. Yes.
Here's where I saw the thing about Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly is back at Fox News and calling for an independent investigation of NBC.
Well,
I bet you see her at 3 o'clock in the near future.
Well, that's what Tucker Carlson had a a piece on the other night that said that's why she got fired from NBC is because she was calling for that independent investigation into all the garbage sexual harassment stuff that was going on, and that's what caused her to get fired.
All right. Well, so it goes for this Friday and this week. Have yourself a great, safe weekend. We'll see you back bright and early Monday for what kind of Monday can we call it? Magnificent Monday with Mornings with the Leader Man.
There you go.
Till then, be sure to support all the mom and pop businesses you hear on our airways because they are the backbone of our economy here in Moore County. Your money will stay here, roll over, and create jobs for all of us. And don't forget millions of Americans. They have fought and they have died to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. So live today worthy of their and their family's sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams and the Leader Man, and Nick and Colt the Dog will all see you at 2 o'clock this afternoon at the Sunday Dog Park.